Welcome back, everybody, to another LEGO Star Wars video. In today's video, I've got the 2020 LEGO Star Wars Misprint Collection video. The last time I did one of these was over in 2018, back in, I believe, February of 2018. The video went over really well. A lot of you guys really enjoyed watching that. The engagement on that video was insane. And, of course, since then, the collection has grown a little bit, changed up a little bit, and I've definitely got some stuff I wanted to show you here. And at this point of the year, I think will probably be the time I have the most things to show you. So I figured I'd make the video now before it's too late. So yeah, guys, I got quite a few things here. Yeah, this is kind of a misprint slash like kind of rare LEGO Star Wars stuff. It's not, a couple variants are in here and everything. So I guess we'll knock into it. We'll kind of switch it up a little bit. We'll kind of, bounce back and forth. But let's start off, guys, with, I guess we'll start off here with a regular Stormtrooper. So pretty much the misprint on this guy, if you guys can see, is actually on the visor. As you guys can see, the eyes and pretty much all the front of the helmet print is pushed down a little bit, about a centimeter there. Not too much of a misprint, but definitely, still a misprint at the end of the day. And value on this guy, I will be kind of giving you guys my personal value. I think I can probably value these guys halfway decent. I mean, I've sold a couple of them. I mean, I sold the one for $1,400, so I think at the end of the day, I mean, I really value something like this maybe at about $40. I mean, again, not too crazy, but, the right buyer, maybe $40 to $50, for this helmet, or in my case, I just sell the whole minifigure. And there's that, guys. Also has a cool little green blaster, but there's the Stormtrooper. I'll put him off to the side. I guess we'll move on to this TIE Fighter pilot right here. Kind of the same gig right here. Has, just a push down smushed face right there. The Imperial symbols are a little lower as well on the top of the helmet. And then the eyes and the visor and the mouthpiece are printed down a little bit lower as well. Again, I value this guy maybe about $40 to the right buyer. He does have an orange blaster as well. So there's that, guys. Let's move on to, I guess, just something like this. Got a couple of non-printed clone helmets. The ARC Trooper helmet right here. Then the original Phase 2 helmet. Just, again, not any prints on them. They're not necessarily misprints, but just, the regular mold with no print. So kind of just a non-printed item there. But figured I'd show them in this video. Kind of the same concept. So there's that. Let's move on to another misprint here. Probably the most minimal one out of my collection. I do have a 501st clone right here. And if you guys can see on the helmet, on the mouthpiece, it is... all those little black dots are lower. Kind of looks like he has a bunch of teeth right there, which is kind of funny. Something like this, I give this like a $25 value, if that. I mean, it's really, the value of the figure himself is like $15, but, something like that misprint. I mean, if someone really wants to get maybe a $30 value, double the money of the value of the figure. He does also have a translite blue gun right here. So so far, I've shown you about $100 worth of misprints, I feel. But again, it's all subject to change. It's kind of just my opinion on it. Let's move on to more misprinted or non-printed clone helmets. We have a Bomb Squad Trooper helmet right here, non-printed with a orange gun. Then we have a non-printed Mandalorian helmet in dark red right here. So again, you can buy these off of Firestar Toys. Other people, they're worth about $5 a piece, I'd say. So about $20 in helmets there. So there is that. Let's move on to another misprint. I guess we'll move on to this Greedo over here. It is a Greedo from 2014, has a tan blaster. Again, all these blasters you can get on Bricklink or from Instagram sellers for about $1 a piece. I mean, they're not worth that much, but I kind of just throw them in with all these guys since I feel like it looks cool and kind of more, rare LEGO Star Wars stuff. But yeah, again, as you guys can see, this Greedo has some misprinted eyes right there. You guys can pretty much tell where the eyes were supposed to be printed, but they're printed down. Only about a quarter of the actual eye is on the right spot. He does look pretty funny. He looks like he's kind of looking down or kind of depressed right there from the side. So definitely a sad Greedo, but something like this, there's actually been another one that sold relatively similar to this for about $140. So again, something like this, about $100, $150. So definitely pretty cool at the end of the day to get this. And I guess I'll say where I got most of these. These two were actually just part of my collection, so I'm pretty sure I got these out of sets at some point when I first kind of got into the misprint game. This I bought off on Instagrammer for, I believe, $20 2 years ago. The 501st helmet I bought off on Instagram seller as well for $4 a couple years ago. And then all those the non-printed clone helmets I got off of firestartoys.com. So I guess that's all full disclosure there. let's move on to, I have a variant over here, which kind of a misprint, kind of a variant, kind of mixed opinions on it, on a couple of friends I have, you know, that were mentioned, or I was talking to it about it. But here's a Quinlan Voss. This is the one from the, I don't know what set he came in, the Republic frigate, right? From 2011. And if you guys can see on the head there, one has a much more defined, 5 o'clock shadow, or, beard and mustache right there. And this one on the left does not. So this is the one that most people got in their set, but I guess this is kind of just a variant right there, if you guys can see that difference. I don't really add any extra value to it. I mean, at the end of the day, this is like a $15 figure. Maybe I put this about 20, 25 bucks if someone really wanted it. But I actually noticed this when I was going through my Jedi collection, and noticed that they were a little bit different. But of course, they are the same minifigure at the end of the day, and nothing too crazy with them. But figured I would throw this into the video just for that sake of saying I have it. Let's move on to this actually right here, which is actually currently sold on my eBay. I had this up on my eBay for sale for $100, and I got an offer for $75 for it, so I sold it. Just a red prototype helmet Vader. Of course, these kind of got flooded in the market in the past couple months, so not worth thousands of dollars like the original red helmet one is. But sold this figure right here, $75. At the end of the day, I'm happy with it. I paid less than that. Glad this is going to go to a buyer that probably respects it a lot more, than what I did. But this is a pretty cool piece in the collection. But again, as of now, it is sold and not in the collection. So kind of a reason why I wanted to make this video now, rather than later. So we have 3 more misprints right here, guys. Probably the top 3 in the collection. We'll move on to the Mandalorian right here. Just a regular plain Death Watch Mandalorian with no visor print. You guys should know there's supposed to be black right there in between the blue, and there is not. It's just a regular gray, just got non-printed. So it is a misprint. It has the wrong head, it looks like, and also a yellow blaster. But something like this, I put maybe about a $50 value on it, maybe $75. It's pretty cool. Definitely a noticeable misprint. So there's that, guys. Then let's move on to the top 2 right here of my collection, the ones that are worth the most. Let's move on to this Darth Vader, though, which I've actually had offers of $350 for so far. But I'm holding out. I'm not taking them. I'm trying to get about $400 to $500 for it. But there's people that are offering about $350 for it. It is a double-sided Darth Vader head misprint, as you guys can tell. No camera tricks. You guys can see both sides of the head print just like that. Just like that. Again, no camera tricks. Both sides of the head is printed the same. No difference. These are very rare misprints. Not a lot of these go through production and get released into the sets. I did pick this up from a Instagrammer for $25 about a month ago. And again, I've had offers for about $350 so far for them, but holding out a little bit longer. If I don't have any more offers above that, of course, I will take the $300 to $350. But it is a very cool Vader from, I believe, about 2010 era. So there's that, guys. Then let's move on to the Grail of the collection right here, or maybe not the total Grail. I think I already sold the Grail of my collection for $1,400, but this is the one I got from Misfit Minifigs over on Instagram. Hooked me up with this guy for, I believe, what I paid, $275, $375, I'm not even sure. But if you guys remember, the first Neo misprint I had sold for $1,364. So I definitely got to put a pretty high value on this guy, maybe about $600 to $800, if not a little bit more. But I even told him I'm not going to be selling this guy anytime soon. This is to kind of fill the void of the other misprint, and this one, of course, is a little bit different. It's kind of nice to have this in the collection compared to the other one for a change. As you guys can tell, the front of the clone face is all printed weird. Has a pink blaster on there, and there's pretty much that, guys. So overall, there's the entire misprint collection. Genuinely, I gotta put a value on this collection around $3,000. I mean, at least $2,500 if you think about it. I mean, $1,000 here, close to $500 here, and then the other guys, yeah. I mean, probably about $2,500 I'd comfortably put this collection at. Yeah, I'd probably put it around there. And I mean, again, it's all up to people's discretion. I mean, there's thousands of buyers out there. They're all going to pay different prices. But yeah, misprints are definitely in right now. A lot of people are selling misprints, trying to get misprints. There's a couple really cool collectors over on Instagram that have a whole lot of misprints that I've even told them. I mean, their collections are probably worth 10 grand, 15 grand, which is insane to think. I mean, 2 years ago, these things were going for $10, and now these things are going for 510 bucks. It's crazy to think though, guys, but I'll thank you guys all for watching. Leave your comments down below on your favorite misprint, and if you guys have any misprints as well, leave them down below. Send me a DM, a picture of them or something like that. I'd love to see them. That's pretty much all for this video, guys. I'll probably have another one of these out in 2021 or something like that. And stay safe, everyone. Stay tuned for the next video. We do have a Megiddo mock update coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, guys. Bye. Say 5% off on your next Lego purchase. Be sure to use code LIFEBRICK. That's capital L-I-F-E BRICK at republicbricks.com for 5% off your next order. It'll pretty much pay for your shipping or get you a couple dollars off. They sell old Lego minifigures, sets, mystery boxes, and more. I've got a couple of videos on my channel showing the products, so be sure to use code LIFEBRICK on your next order for 5%.